Hello everyone! Review of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro smartphone. This is the version with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. Let's move to its unboxing and take a look at smartphone specifications. Opening the dark green smartphone was found in the package. SIM slot pin, documentation, something like this Redmi silicone back cover, very cool, very high quality, black, much better than those cases that 99% come with smartphones, where there's just a clear silicone case right here, but it looks cool and feels really high quality. It's a big plus actually that the smartphone comes directly with such a high quality case. Come with moving on.
Included with us.
67 watt charging adapter with fast charge USB output and a USB to USB Type-C cable. Overall, a great set for the smartphone, much better than Samsung's of similar price. It also comes with a case and fast charging right out of the box, only positives here. Okay, so now on to the smartphone itself. Here, rear camera, such big camera blocks. Look, the smartphone looks very cool. Such a matte material on the back feels nice to touch there. Here we see various shades of this material in the camera zone. I really like the look, better than previous Xiaomi models. Here, let's say, there's some style, some design already. Because before, the smartphones, these are pretty much all the same. None stands out from the others. It would have been nicer to have more interesting colors. Here's the design. Power button on the right, volume control above it. On the left, a slot. Let's open it right now and see what it is. Alright, got it. There's a slot for SIM cards and a micro SD card to expand memory. Closed at the top, a microphone port, a headphone port. At the bottom, a Type-C port, a speaker, a microphone. Here it is. Basically, everything's here. There's a slot for a micro SD card. Basically, right here. Everything's pretty good. Screen diagonal is 6.67 inches. Let's turn it on. Everyone turn on and you'll see it loading.
To be continued.
Okay, it's booted up. The smartphone's price at the moment is about $340. More details in the description. I'll leave a few links. So the smartphone has finally booted up, and I notice it has quite thin frames, relatively thin. Like flagships, they are a bit thinner, but still, the camera cutout, that is slightly lower. Pretty standard Samsung and premium Xiaomi devices, just like all premium gadgets, not the budget ones, because for instance, Samsung Galaxy A34, which is currently in the same price range with this smartphone, will have a drop notch. So I think I'll make a comparison of these two devices. Let's take a closer look over there. Let's move on to the phone's details. We have MIUI Global 14.0.4, Android 13. Strange that it's not Android 14 on the new device, but it's been out for a while. It's just now starting to appear here. It feels like quite a bit of time has passed, I thought. Well, I think they'll soon make Android 14. Here are the desktop settings. Let's go -1 screen without recommendations. Desktop classic. We'll use gestures for navigation.
Sunglasses emoji.
Both. Let's take a look. System, how such some well put Takes a long time to install, by the way, it hesitates a bit. So this is what our menu of all the top programs looks like. That's how it's set up. Some modes are added or removed. Okay, by the way, it's interesting if iPhones show the battery usage percentage. OnePlus also shows the battery usage percentage, meaning how much battery life is left exactly. Here, I don't see such a thing. That is, Samsung doesn't have it either. Optimized charging. There is also an 80% limit here, as with Samsung for example, but there's no such mode as OnePlus doesn't have a feature to check the battery wear, so when you buy the smartphone it's at 100%. But after a year it might be at 90%. So additionally, OnePlus can be viewed in their launcher. You can't see that with Xiaomi or Samsung. Yes, good. Let's now open the synthetic tests. Geekbench 6. Processor MediaTek Helio J99 Ultra and video concealment Mali G57 MC2. Let's look at the results. Single core, multi-core tests. Video accelerator tests. Let's now look at the Antutu benchmark. 430,000. We'll do the multi-touch test. The smartphone supports 10 touches. And let's check the rating. So doesn't want to yes, but to show the rating. That she restarted the test. Something unclear. It doesn't want to show the rating. Okay, let's launch PUBG. Then you'll see the gameplay and at what level this game will perform. So the game loaded. It works on medium settings or like this about frame rate clarity, if anyone is interested. You can also set this well, on average it means maximum settings or low settings and a bit smoother. Well, the game is working. I'll make more, I think, videos about games on this device. Okay, let's close this. So let's move on to let's take a look at the camera functionality. The main camera here is 200 plus 8 plus 2 megapixels. Photo and video mode 200 megapixels, and additional modes panorama, selfie, slow motion, time lapse. We can shoot VDA. 1800, but in 60 frames per second. 4K video we are recording, and not 2K. 4K recording we cannot.
To be continued.
This is HD, full HD 60 frames. Video. Okay. Now I'll show you some examples of shots taken with this device's camera. As for the positives, I'd highlight its accessories and design. In all other respects, the smartphone is pretty standard in this category, considering its current price, which I'd say is a bit overpriced because the smartphone has just been released. That is, its price will drop by about 10 to 15%. I think it should drop in price in about a month. That will be more reasonable in reality, besides the appearance and configuration, which certainly stands out for a modern smartphone by today's standards. The advantages of this smartphone include a micro SD slot and a headphone jack. In all other aspects, it's an average hit for this price range. Devices by camera, by performance essentially. We can find by performance, well, significantly better at this price. Overall, the phone doesn't have any significant downsides, but in terms of advantages, it's just its appearance compared to previous iterations. That's all for the configuration. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.